Good evening, everyone, and good morning, good afternoon, depending on where or time you're listening to this. Today, the topic I'm treating is where the governor decides to revoke a CFO without due process. The parties in the country or in each state is vested in the governor on trust. But those who have heard the story of Ahab and Jezebel, Ahab wanted to take the land that belongs to someone, and the person refused. He went and told the wife, and the wife got the person killed, and Ahab, the king, took over the land. But here in the country, the state governors are even more powerful than Ahab, in the sense that the land you own, which is your land, is not actually your land, because the governor owns it. Ahab does not own the land. It's the other man, the person the wife killed, that owned the land. But here, the governor is even the owner of the land to start with. You are there. If he decides, he can chase you away anytime he feels rude. What I mean is that the governors here does not need Jezebel's help to seize your land if they want to. Though one way or the other can still have a redress, but what I'm treating today is two possible ways the governor of a state, any state, could come up and revoke a license without due process. One is where perhaps some governors have even weaponized revocation of CofO as a political instrument to deal with their opponents. That's part A. Part B is where friends of governors, political associates, stroll around, drive around, and see land they want to seize, and then ask the governor to help them to revoke the person's CFO. Perhaps what I'm saying now, that's section B of what I'm treating this now. Perhaps a story will help you understand this. Once, about 8-10 years ago, a story passed around in the Anambra area of Lagos of a man. He was just in his house, about 2 plots of land, or either 2 or 3 or 4 plots of land. But he built a 3-bedroom in that and walled the rest, walled everything inside. One day, the man was in his house, and somebody beat the horn with car at his gate. One of his child went and opened the door for the man. And when the man came in, he knew he has never met him, so he asked him who is looking for and what is there for. The man said, I greeted him back and said, "See, I am here to offer you." That time, money still has some reasonable amount of value, 25 million naira, so that I can move. The man told him that, "Sir, this house, this property has CFO, and I don't remember any time telling anyone that I want to sell. So, please, if you don't mind, you can leave. The house have a CFO, and I have never said I wanted to sell. Can't remember telling anybody I want to sell." The man said, "Won't you take the 25 million I'm offering?" The man said, "I don't want to sell the land." So the guy entered his jeep and left. The man was surprised. 3 weeks, 4 weeks down the line, or about 2 months after, the man was in his house, relaxed, and all of a sudden caterpillars came in and destroyed the man's house. The man barely picked practically nothing. The man now ran to Alausa, only to be told that the CFO had long been revoked. And the man had nothing, wasn't, at the time that thing happened, the man wasn't in good state of financial health. People later, the story told of the man moving because he's from the southwest part of Nigeria. He moved back to his hometown. And that's how he lost his property in the Anambra area. And the person that took over the land built mansions, hotel there, put swimming pools, and up to today, the swimming pool and the hotel, about 3 or 4 story building with event centers. So, but going back to where the governor has weaponized, or some governors, not all of them, has weaponized revocation of CofO as political tool to deal with the opponent, like it happened in some states in South. I don't want to mention anybody's name or any state name, but South. At a point, any political opponent, the governor of that state goes and destroys his building and says the CFO has been revoked. He continued to destroy buildings. At a point, over 100 buildings have been destroyed, and people started forming song for him that it's like he wanted to erase the entire state just because of his political opponents. So these two ways are the ways some governors, not all of them, misuse the trust they put on them to hold this land in trust for the people. The only thing I can advise is that if when a governor does that, and let's say for instance that of the story I told, if you have a property and somebody comes in there and makes such an offer, my advice is that you go straight to tell him that let me think about it, so that for you to buy time, for you to know what's happening. Let me think about it. Please come back, say the next 2 weeks. Let me think about it. Maybe I might take your offer, or I might not take it. Let me think about it. So when the person leaves, you run straight to the state, to the land section of that state, and make inquiry. Carry your copy of CFO to check whether there was any latest development on the CFO. If you ask and they didn't, go as far as the registrar, the land registrar, to find out whether there's anything. And if you find that something has happened, now you weigh your chances. If the chances are that you are allowed, that you have the money to take what is coming, or to challenge what is coming, fine and good. Then whenever the guy returns, tell him that you are not made up your mind. Then if they do anything untoward, then they meet you in court. Okay, that's one. For where the governor has weaponized CofO revocation as instrument of political show of kinetics, there's not much remedy other than that you file a suit for fundamental property right and challenge the revocation. There's no other thing to do. If you challenge that in court, if you have a good lawyer, he could get the thing overturned, and then you get your property back. Or if he could not, at least maybe you should be able to get some compensation, because sometimes they even destroy the building without any compensation, without any single compensation. So if the worst comes to the worst, you'll be able to get compensation. If it's the other case where is some big wigs, exploiting their relationship with the governor the relationship with the governor and does that, you could take the money if you know you don't have the strength to follow them through. If you could as well take the money and still, if they didn't make you to sign any document, still that's fine. Then take the money, then wait for them. When they do something, you snap it, then still take them to court. Then let the court say what is going to happen, especially when they didn't serve you formal notices, because it's expected that even before revocation of CofO, notices have to be served, and there must be good reason for revocation of license, CofO, and it must be for overriding public interest. So be guided. It can happen. So don't just lie down and say because you have CofO. The governor can go at the back, with his friends and overturn your CofO without even knowing, without having you any notice. It's not supposed to be so, but that things like that happen here. Okay, so I'll show you clips of some of the buildings that were destroyed in a particular state in South. South. Thank you. I hope you find this interesting. Please like our channel, make your comment, and please subscribe to our channel. Once more, Beyelsa Lawrence is my name, Senior Consultant, Xylos Group International.